Taste of Success, Kevin Koopman.
This past Friday night started off like most others for me. I got off work, I grabbed some dinner and some drinks with some friends, and then we went to another bar to grab some more drinks for the remainder of the night. However, the night ended a little differently than I would have expected. Midway through the night, I was walking out of the washroom, and I saw this guy I recognized. I stopped, I said hi, and I continued on. About 15 minutes later, I saw him again. This time, he's with his group of friends, all of which I recognized, but I didn't know any of them personally. Same with the guy I saw outside the washroom. I didn't know him personally, but I recognized him and I maybe said hi to him once before. The bar I was at has bowling lanes in the bottom of it. And this group, they had a couple bowling lanes rented, but they weren't bowling. They were just kind of sitting in the seating section, using it as their own private area. But everyone, it was still open to everyone else. I thought, what the heck? I'm gonna go over there and start talking to them. Even though I knew I wasn't invited, and I knew they probably didn't want to talk to me. But I did it. I got up, I went over there, and I started talking to them like I was best friends with them, like I've known them for a long time. To my surprise, no one really said anything. They act like I was their best friend. They didn't ask who I was. I thought, this is going pretty well. I didn't think this would actually work. Now the reason I didn't personally know any of these people, but I recognized them, is because it was the players of the Calgary Flames. And the guy I saw outside of the washroom was Johnny Gaudreau, who was one of the best players on the Flames. It was actually quite the surreal experience, not just getting to meet them, but also getting to know them, talk to them, and the fact that I was sitting with them for such a long period, people in the bar started to think I played on the Flames as well. Now, I was able to kind of pull this one off is because it was all the young players there. So these guys are low 20s. I was bigger than some of them actually. And they all look pretty young. So you know what? I fit in quite well there. As I was sitting with them, I would just kind of look around. And you could see everyone in the bar, they kept glancing over, like they wanted to come over and talk to the players, get their autograph maybe, take a picture with them. And it was a feeling that I've never had before. This feeling that you're kind of like a star, that people are dying to meet, that people look at you and they say, wow, this person's really accomplished. I want to be like them. Yes, this feeling for me was obviously based on false pretenses. But hey, a man can dream. And it gave me this taste of success. I thought to myself, how do I become successful? How do I become the person that everyone in the bar looks at? Okay, maybe not to that extent. That might be asking a little much. But how do I become the person that people look at and they go, wow, that person's successful. I want to be in their shoes. So as I was writing this speech, I kind of thought, how do I become successful? How do I become the best form of myself? And how and what have I done to get where I am today? The first point was, you have to step out of your comfort zone. All of us joining Toastmasters, we took the plunge to do that. I'm sure for many of us, we stepped out of our comfort zones. I know for me, I did anyway. Some other examples in my life are moving away from home for school. That was out of my comfort zone. Moving across Canada for work. Again, out of my comfort zone. But I look back and I think those were the two best decisions of my life. I can't imagine where I would be, who I would be, if I didn't make those decisions. The second point that I thought about that I would need to pursue to become successful is try to say yes more often. I know I'm a work in progress for that, but I am getting better at it. And when I say yes more often, I don't just mean say yes to your boss more often. I mean in all aspects of your life. For example, your social life. Before, if friends would ask me out or to do something, a lot of times I'd say, oh, I'm too tired, next time, I don't feel like it today. But nowadays, I'm quite the opposite of that. If someone asks me to do something, I'll more or less go out or play tennis or do whatever 95% of the time. Because I think to myself, if I don't do anything, if I sit at home on the couch all day and night, what's that doing for me? It's doing absolutely nothing. I'm not bettering myself in any way. But if I go out, I'm able to meet new people, develop relationships. I'm able to have conversations and learn so much more through different people. As well, I'm able to experience life. And I'm able to have interesting stories and do interesting things. And I'm able to write the first part of my speech. Another way to become the best form of yourself is just believe in yourself. I know it's kind of cliche, and you hear a lot of famous people say it. They say, growing up, people tried to pursue me not to follow this path. They said I couldn't do it. But in reality, they put their mind to it, they were determined, and they believed in themselves, and they did it. For example, Johnny Gaudreau. That guy is 5'8", maybe 150 pounds soaking wet. So you wouldn't think a guy like this would be in the NHL. But he had a dream, he believed in himself, and now he's one of the best players in the NHL. So that just shows if you believe in yourself, you kind of achieve whatever you want. All in all, if you want to be that person in the room that everyone looks at, that person that everyone wants to meet, and that person that everyone wants to be, well, then you have to step out of your comfort zone, you have to say yes to as much as you can, and you have to just believe in yourself. And if you do all that, you will get there someday.